Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Sunday. A Sunday vlog. Oh my gosh, what is going on? A Sunday vlog? Okay, so I wasn't planning on doing this video today. I was planning on just vlogging today. But after we went to brunch, so my husband and I go to brunch every Sunday, and we typically go to Cafe Patachou in Indianapolis. It's like our favorite brunch place of life. I have some take-home today that I brought with me, so I'm going to show you what I usually get at Cafe Patachou. It's kind of changed a little bit through the years, but I'm going to show it to you here in just a second. But anyway, afterwards, I was like, he's always like, is there any place you need to run? Is there any place you need to go? And my friend got new coffee creamer yesterday, and she was trying it, and so I was like, well, I want to try this new coffee creamer that she got. And a couple weeks ago, I went with my friend Tanya to the Meijer, and when I went there, they had all these different kind of coffee creamers. But I wasn't really in the mood for coffee creamer. If you watch my vlog, I've had very long, intensive conversations about how I take my coffee and how it changes per season. Like, I have been taking my coffee just black for months now. But now that it's starting to get cooler, on Tuesday, it's supposed to drop like 10 or 15 degrees. It's supposed to rain all day long. And then the rest of the week, it's supposed to be very cool, very fallish outside. I'm really into my BritBox shows right now, my BritBox mystery shows. I'm watching Shetland right now. And so I am just like really like wanting to have a cup of coffee with some creamer in it. So I was like, okay, can we go to the grocery store on our way home? And he was like, yeah. So there's a Kroger grocery store on our way home. And so I was like, okay, I want to run in there. He's like, well, I'm not going to go in. And I said, okay, is there anything you want? And he's like, no, I don't need anything. And I was like, okay. So I was like, I'm going to go in the grocery store. He was like, take your time. I was really busy in there. And so I was just kind of like walking around, and my first intention was just to get coffee creamer and get out of there. Like, this has been like a problem of mine for shopping for years and years and years. You know, you go in somewhere and you're just going in there for toothpaste, and you end up coming out like you've spent $100. So anyway, let me show you what I got from Cafe Patachou first of all. So for a long time, I got an omelet. It's a vegetarian omelet there called the California Dreamer. You can get it made vegan, but it's called the California Dreamer, and it's avocado, jalapenos, I don't know what else in there, and I added some other stuff. But anyway, I would get it with a bagel, and I would get it with potatoes. And they don't have bagels there anymore, so I no longer get that. And then for a while, I was doing the gluten-free waffle. I don't have to eat gluten-free, but somebody that worked there told me that the gluten-free waffle is actually better than the regular waffle because it's more like light and airy and fluffy, so I would get the gluten-free waffle. I almost got that today because I kind of got it, but I almost got that today because I was really hungry for something kind of sweet. But the last, I would say, 2 months, I've been getting a cup of tomato soup. They have a tomato artichoke soup there. My husband always, he gets the bowl of tomato artichoke soup, and then he gets the Cuban, which is like rice and beans and egg whites and stuff like that. So anyway, I've been getting the cup of tomato artichoke soup, and then, but today they gave me a bowl for some reason, so Alex brought home the rest of it. He's gonna have the rest of it. And then I've been getting the grilled cheese that comes on a waffle, and I only ate half of it today because I also got a side of wheat toast heavily buttered, and I ate all of that. They have the best toast in the entire world. So this is my take home from brunch today. This is the grilled cheese on a waffle. Isn't it so good? And then I dip it in my tomato soup. It's so good. Okay. So that's what I got at Cafe Patachou. Oh, and then also my coffee. I actually posted this on my Instagram story today. So the coffee du jour. So they have a Patachou blend, which is just like, they're like house coffee, and then they have a Patachou decaf, and they have a flavored coffee every week. And this flavored coffee today is chocolate raspberry. Not my favorite, but I still think it's kind of a fun flavor. So chocolate raspberry. Okay. So then we went to the grocery store because I just wanted to get creamer today, of which they had very few choices of creamer. Like, they were all like shopped out of the creamer, and the creamers that they had were not that exciting. But when I walked in, Alex stayed out in the car. When I walked in, I remembered that, so if you watch my vlog, I've told a lot of stories about like Sundays when I was growing up, and my mom and I, like, she was very involved in the church that I grew up in going to. She would teach Sunday school, and then we would go to the service, and then afterwards she did, why can't I remember what it's called, Altar Guild, where she would put away like the communion and wafers and all that kind of stuff. And so we were sometimes the last ones that left the church. And then after church, we would stop by this local bakery that was local to Indianapolis called Roslyn Bakery. And there was like probably at the time, there was probably, I don't know, 5 or 10 of these little bakeries in Indianapolis that were called Roslyn Bakery. It ended up closing down years later. The owner of Roslyn Bakery, you can look this up. It's like, people sometimes still call it Roslyn, but it was Roslyn. Anyway, I'll show you how it's spelled in just a second. You can get online and you can buy the cookbook of all the stuff that they have. But Kroger still sells some of that stuff. But anyway, the owner was murdered. No, seriously. Like, I live like 3 blocks from where he was murdered. And then they found out that there was like rat feces and stuff at the factory, so then the factory closed down. It was a real sad end to Roslyn Bakery, but we loved it. And on Sundays with my mom, on the way home from church, I love Sundays. Sundays are my favorite day of the week, because I just feel like it's a day to like relax and enjoy your day before you start the week ahead. Okay, so we would stop at Roslyn Bakery, and my mom would always get like 1 yeast donut for herself. And then she'd say, okay, you can get like 1 donut or 2 donuts and like a cookie or whatever. And so they have the best sugared cookies ever. And they also have the best donuts. So Kroger still sells their stuff. Like at Christmas time, I don't know how they still make it with the factory closed down. It closed down years and years and years ago. But my mom, when she was growing up as a kid, my grandma would always get what was called the sweetheart roll. And it was a what do you call it? It's a roll, like a breakfast roll, you know, like cinnamon roll, but it was shaped in the heart, like a heart, and so it's called the sweetheart roll. And so she would always get it for Christmas morning. They still sell it at Kroger at Christmas time. I get one every year for Christmas. Well, I was like, do they have the Halloween, because they're really famous for their Halloween pumpkin sugar cookies. So I was like, they've got to have some Roslyn Bakery stuff. So I went and I looked, and they had these cookies right here. They have these blue cookies. Okay, so you can see Roslyn Bakery. This is the bakery that I've talked about, okay, like the whole time on my vlog and all this kind of stuff. And you can see this is little Roslyn right there. I think I actually just showed it not too long ago in my vlog. I was looking at that for something. But this is little Roslyn, and this is the sanding sugar cookies, and they're just all blue. But they also had a chocolate cake. They had a chocolate cake with lemon frosting. They had like 6 different things there. Depending on which grocery store you go to, they have different things from Roslyn. So I'm going to do a review of these actually on my review channel, not today. Well, maybe I should do it today. Maybe I will do it today. Maybe I'll do it today right as I try. I should do that today. Okay, well then we'll save the rest of the stories. But anyway, so then I was like looking for other, because I was like, I'm going to review these because I got this whole story, right? Okay, so then I was looking for other stuff to review, and I love snickerdoodle cookies. When I was a kid, oh my God, I loved making snickerdoodles with my mom. My favorite part was where you take the fork and you press it. This on the snickerdoodles, I love that. So at the grocery store today, they had these Treasured Harvest, I don't know the brand, snickerdoodle cookie bites. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get these and I will review these on my review channel this week. Then I was like, okay, so we'll show the creamer last because it's so exciting. At Trader Joe's this week, I bought this Harvest chili that somebody told me to get. Somebody recommended it to me and said it's like a vegetarian chili, and they said you should try it. The reason I'm thinking about reviewing these cookies today is because my husband, like one of his favorite things in life is sugar cookies. So he's gonna want these, and so I should just do the review, and then I've shown him, and then I do the review, and then he can have as many of them as he wants. So anyway, they look kind of thicker than the ones that I remember being. So he just told me last night his favorite cookies are shortbread cookies. I said, I think I know that your favorite cookies are sugar cookies. He goes, no shortbread. But anyway, I was talking about chili last night. I was going to warm up this Harvest chili. It's this vegetarian chili from Trader Joe's. It's got like pumpkin and all kinds. It looks so good. I think I've got like a day or 2 left until it expires, so I'm going to eat it tonight. And I was going to cook up some macaroni for it, but I was talking about how my mother-in-law, and then a lot of people in my vlog last night commented about how it's like kind of a southern thing to put chili on rice. And so I just thought this would be easier anyway. So I got this basmati Ben's Original rice, to just because you can, tear it up in 90 seconds later. So I'm going to put this with my chili and have this tonight to eat. Then I also said on my vlog yesterday, I said I'm trying to make it through. So my favorite coffee right now is the Eggo brand, what is the maple syrup coffee for your Keurig, because I make all my coffee in a Keurig. And so I have like some Halloween coffee that I bought, but I'm like putting that on pause because I want to get rid of these Eggo coffee K-Pods first. But then they have this whole area set up of like all of their Halloween, fall, October coffees. And I was like, oh my God, I want one of these so bad. And so This is a one-step latte. I thought this would be really fun for tonight. This is a one-step latte. The original donut shop Keurig. I'll probably have like one of these and be like, it's too sweet, I don't want it. Sometimes I like I said, you know, like I like a black hot coffee, but sometimes I like a latte, and sometimes I'm just not really in the mood for it. So I thought, since I'm getting creamer, we'll try this too. Not to put the creamer on this, but this is a pumpkin caramel cheesecake latte. Now, I will tell you, if you've ever tried like the hot chocolates or the lattes in a Keurig, they're kind of a hit or miss. Like sometimes they taste like very watered down. Like the apple cider, sometimes the hot chocolate tastes very, very watered down. It just doesn't work, no matter how much, like how low of a cup you make it. So this will either be really, really good or it'll be really, really bad. Should I review this for my, let me know, and I'll, like, if I should review this for my channel as well. Which brings me to the purpose, hold on, since the bag is now empty. Which brings me to the reason why I went to the grocery store to begin with, was because I wanted to get creamer, because now I'm thinking creamer might be really fun for my coffee. So I went in there and they had like one like Starbucks coffee. I don't even know what it was. It was like oat milk. It was just real plain. And then they had the Coffee Mate, and then they had hazelnut, which my mom loved hazelnut. But I thought they were gonna have like, when I went to Meijer, they had like the Little Debbie ones. They had all kinds of fun. They didn't have any of that at the Kroger. So the only one that they had that was kind of fun was a duo, a Coffee Mate vanilla and caramel duo. I know, but it's something, right? So we're gonna start with that, and then hopefully I make it to the Meijer this week with my friend Tanya Jean, and then I can get some of the fun. Little Debbies, all those Little Debbie ones and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that was my short little haul today at the grocery store. Let me know what you got at the grocery store today. Hope you guys are having a magically amazing Sunday. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.